All right. It says we are live. It's Saturday Night Live with Joeyg and Buck, or Buckshot, however you want to refer to him. And it's going to be a great show, you guys. And I see that some people are jumping on here. I see more people on Rumble. And hello, Sunfire May. Thank you for joining us and being the moderator tonight. I want to let you guys know that Sunflower May is May Day on the YouTube channels, and I am on YouTube today. So we're just going to make it really light and easy and see where it goes. But May Day has been doing some work behind the scenes for me. Very, very appreciative of her. And I'm going to show a couple. She's putting presentations together. I guess after 4 years, you start to collect things on your desktop. And this is she's been on her computer, and she said, "Hey, I've got this stuff. I want to send it to you." So I said, "Great, let's do it." And actually, she put together two presentations. One for the next December 8th game show. And I think I've got Hula Hoop that will be joining me as a guest. And I'm still looking for one more. So if you guys could please email me, because somebody on one of my shows said that they want to be a contestant and I cannot find it, who that was. So here's my email address. And I appreciate it if you guys could just email me and say, hey, in the title, in the subject, just say, I'm a contestant. Or else otherwise, I'm going to just throw the link out into the chat and see who grabs it. And we'll just take it from there. So this is Saturday night, November 18th, 2023. I'm going to bring in my guest now. I think one just stepped away. And, oh, he's coming back. Okay, we've got the one, the only Joeyg. How are you?
I am wonderful. Every time I see you, it's wonderful. So I'm very grateful to be here.
Well, I'm very happy that you are here, and it's comes to mind as we are family. And then, of course, now I just pulled in Buckshot. How are you, Buck?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing really, really good. You look good. What are you doing differently?
Sleeping.
You know what? I'm catching up on my sleep the last couple of days too. I don't know what it is. I went a week without sleeping more than 3 to 4 hours. And I no matter what I did, even if I took something over the counter to make me go to sleep, it didn't work. So maybe the energies have changed, and so there you guys go. So let's just see, who do we have out on Rumble. We got people slowly coming in here. Where do you guys want to go with this today? Any suggestions?
I would like to talk about the shift in the positive shift in the collective consciousness that's going on right now. I'm seeing it out there. I saw it today big time out on the road when I did an event today at a high school, and the parents there. Yeah, there's a lot. You can talk about stuff now you couldn't talk about even 2 months ago. So there's, by osmosis, by this collective consciousness that we're sending out ourselves and joining with other people like Buck and Janine or whoever, everybody out there in the chat and all that. It's working. There's stuff going on out there. That's what I want to talk about. I want some more information on that, basically. I mean, I see it, and I'd like to get a little bit more input on how that works and what it's about. Anybody knows?
I see it also. Actually, I saw a meme today, and I had to read it twice, and it said, so the ones that were not vaccinated, how come they didn't tell everyone? And it was somebody probably being very serious about it while they were sleeping. I was shut down. I lost friends. I lost family and all that. But I'm glad that they're putting that out there. I think I remember saying, it's not that what I know, it's why don't you know? Right. And we were censored every which way but loose. And that was the hardest part, is when you're censored and shut down. Is, if you have a channel, no matter what you try to do, they would not let the information out. Well, it's out now. And I think that the rise in consciousness is very positive. There's a lot more people awake. What do you think, Buck?
I think so too. But you brought up that I feel I look good and I feel good. It's probably because I was kind of lying about sleeping. Well, even though I did sleep, but I got for a game
baby.
I got a listen. I don't wear hats. Us Italians, we don't wear hats. But you know what? Jason was true to his word. I'm happy. I got my We Not Me. They got it especially designed for buckshot.
Oh my God, that's
So
beautiful.
That is
truly
awesome.
ecstatic. It came just today. On timing is everything, and just for that.
Oh, Christ.
So you want to know why I'm in a good mood?
I don't have that one. So he told me to write and send him my address, and I have not done that yet. And also, too, I think Dragonfly is also entitled to some of the stuff. Dragonfly, send me your email or send me your address, your home address. I don't save this stuff if you were thinking I have it. I see she's out there. Dragonfly, Jason Q did say that he was going to send this to the contestants. I don't know what he was going to send. I'm not sure it was a hat. What was it? Like a t-shirt or a buzzer or something?
He sent me a hat and the buzzer, so I'm ecstatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buck, turn that around again. I want to see the embroidery on the side. That's
No,
awesome.
yeah, there you go, right there.
That's
Buckshot.
awesome.
So I told him, I was like, I just hope it comes, for Saturday when I'm on the show, so I can actually wear it, even though I don't wear hats. It's Italians. You gotta, gotta some
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, forget about, No.
Hey.
How you doing?
Forget about it.
They got that. Joey got that from me.
Oh, did he? So what I like to do right now is kind of pull a card for the consciousness today. I did that yesterday, and the last time I did a show, and these are kind of like just tapping into the ethers or the akasha, and to answer Joey's question here. And let's just see what we get. What else is going on, Buck? Will I do this?
Yeah, not much. Normal day for me. I always go to my recovery center every day for meetings, and that's like my meditation for the day. So every time I leave there, I'm feeling good, and but yeah, I mean, I do see a lot of maybe I don't know if it's just me, but I'm always seeing more people positive out there, and you still got the people that I like to make eye contact with people when I'm walking by them. You still have some people that are in their own ways, but that's on them. But I do see I do see more people making eye contact recently, and and so yeah, I do think things are positively happening, and in my world.
Well, that's fantastic. Let's see here. So the actual card that I actually picked up was the Archangel Raphael, and I want to show this here with you guys. And it's a beautiful card. Joey, I think you're going to appreciate this. Let me just kind of share this. And I hope everyone's doing really good at home. Also, just wanted to say that, and we'll talk a little bit more about. Oh, I don't want this. Where's this coming from? So this it won't go away. So this is it. I can't blow it up anymore. I'm not sure how well. Yeah, I could blow it up. If you take a look in the center of this card here we go. Is that better for you guys? Let me remove this comment out here, this banner. Let me hide that. Can you guys see this okay? There's in the heart chakra, it's pink. And then in his hand, which is healing, is green. And then around the crown chakra is white. And so basically this is the Raphael card. It's it's within my deck that I have here. It's an angelic being. And let's see here. What else are they saying? I didn't want to read the whole thing here, but I'm probably going to tap into the energies myself. So this symbolizes going deeper into your own self-love and experiences and love for yourself. So that's really, I'm going to highlight that because that's really important for all of us. I think we are all starting to appreciate who we really are and love for other people. Buck just said that. He wants to see the eyes, of the people that he's talking to. He wants to feel their energy. And it's also the pets and the animals that are a situation. and it's a healing for the love of another and our planet. Okay, and I'm going to just go back up. Anybody else out there that wants to take a look and tell me what you're getting from this? Yeah, so this is the card to answer the question for Joey when he asked about the consciousness of people. We are falling back in love with ourselves and others and humanity. That's beautiful, Joey. Thanks for bringing that up.
Well, thank you. I've been noticing a little trend today, especially people, the situation with the geopolitical stuff. People are like, yeah, Trump's gonna be back and everything's gonna be good. And I actually had other people saying about, yeah, we are conspiracy theorists. I agree with you because of what I was wearing and what's on my truck and such. So they see that, and people would never say anything before. They were afraid to open their mouths, and now they're not as timid to come out and say, yeah, I agree with you. That's awesome. This, that, whatever it happens to be, whatever they're doing. Yeah, and you still get a couple that are like, but I see a whole lot more positivity, and people are more open when you kind of leak little tiny breadcrumb information out to them. They kind of go, oh, their eyes open up a little bit, and they're a little bit more willing to take that in. So that's what I'm seeing. I think that's cool. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it is. It is something special. When I said there was a light around the head, which means that we're all tapping into our intuition. And I know that we are seeing, we are feeling. It's almost as like when we think of something or say something, the energies come to us. It's a knowing. I always say this, it's a knowing of the unknowing. But we always say that there were coincidences. Now we just know what it is. So there are a lot more people that have woken up, I'd say, within the last month or so, and they're rising, and it's a beautiful thing. You're right, Joey. People are wanting to talk about things, just like I mentioned in that meme that I saw earlier, that they said, if the people that were unvaccinated knew about this, why didn't they tell anybody? And I saw it on X, and I was like, all right, is this a joke? And then I thought, no, they're waking up, and they want to know why we didn't tell them. We did.
Did everything but walked around with a sandwich board with it written on
it. Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. What else you got, Joey, or Buck?
Buck, you go, buddy.
No, I liked the show you had yesterday with Gene and the envisioning. Everyone's having that envisioning. I mean, that was so powerful. If I wasn't so emotional, I would probably cry. But it was really there was it's hard to say because it was so moving to listen to everyone and speak, and especially the other languages, even though I didn't understand what the heck they were saying.
Well, they did it in English, and then they did it in their native language. And yeah, it was beautiful. Actually, this was planned about 6 weeks. In October, we knew about this. We had to keep our mouth quiet because I'll tell you, Gene was more concerned about the negative energies stopping this. So yeah. I kind of kept quiet about it. I leaked a little bit to my very close friends and just said, I'm working on a project, and that's about the extent of it. One time I probably said with Gene Decode, but what was really awesome about this is that I thought there was going to be like 18 people is what I heard. So the communication wasn't always there. It was, how do we tie up everybody into Gene's system and get this out and get it out on it was more of the technology that was figured out, which I thought was brilliant. Patriot Underground, I think he got about 30,000 people that viewed his. Not everybody agreed with the prayers on that, but you have to, we all pray in our own way. And that's why mine was completely different. Mine was kind of off the beaten path of being religious. I just sat down and I said, it's going to be about the children. And I started a channel, and that's what I channeled. And it probably took me, I'm not kidding, 5 minutes. And it just flowed because Spirit was helping me. And then, so envisioning is really about seeing it, whatever it is that you want to manifest. And that's what it was a manifestation for our freedom or sovereignty. You know, some people were writing on my page, why doesn't it say sovereignty? We're born sovereign. So we're asking for our freedom in this planet right now. And so, you know, I thought it was beautiful. It was long. It was 3 hours. I think somebody did ask me for that video. If I can condense it to email it, you'll get it. But I think you're probably better off trying to find, like, Patriot Underground has a completely different video than I did, because he has got different technology than I did. I actually was sharing it with Gene. And then Gene was just using the Zoom out there. And there was time numbers. I can't even tell you. Christine Northrup was on there. And not all of us were on camera either. We were told not to go on camera. So I didn't get dressed, to be honest with you, because I was out at a show and I didn't get home till midnight the night before. So I'm like, yeah, my hair is all over the place. And I'm like, I'm not going on camera. And all of a sudden I saw people coming on camera. I'm like, what the hell?
Now I know why you were asking in the chat. Can anyone see the video? Anybody else's monitor?
Yeah, exactly. What they, you know, the other thing too is that, like, at least our picture was supposed to show up there, and that's actually what I was looking for. But I just want to show this to you guys very quickly, if you don't mind. And then we'll get back to the envisioning, because that's a powerful thing. I went to see Jim Brewer, and so I went with Destin Deplorable, who used to be my co-host, I don't know, beginning of this year. She had VIP tickets. This is after the show. You got to go over there and talk to him. Let me tell you guys something. I look really blue. It's because we're on stage, and it's the lights and everything.
You're a Smurf.
Yeah, Smurf. Yeah, but Tammy's Destin Deplorable. Her photo didn't come out like that. So she's a Patreon follower of Jim, and it was, oh my God, was it funny. Funniest show ever. He does throw in what has happened in the last 2 or 3 years, and it's brilliantly done. It was in Pensacola. He had never been at this theater. It was an excellent theater. He did insult a few people that got up and left because they didn't understand where he was coming from with the shots and everything, you know. But I'm going to stop sharing that. So that was excellent. I'm so glad that I got a chance to meet him. And, you know, he was a very soft-spoken man. I don't know if he was tired from after the show, but it wasn't what I was expecting, because he's so jovial, so, you know, loud when he's on stage. But that was the highlight of my night, and it was an awesome thing. So thank you, Destin Deplorable, if you're even listening, for inviting me along. So let's get back to the envisioning.
Sounds good.
Me?
I'm just saying hi to a couple. I'm just saying hi to a couple folks in the chat. I can't. I'm an old guy with a flip phone, so it takes me a little time.
You know what it is, Jeannie. It's hard because we're so used to being in the chat talking to everyone that I'm peeking over too without trying to be too. I
don't want to be rude. Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
If you have another browser open, we have Kelly who's out there. Denise is out there. I mentioned the moderator, Military Mom. I see Joey G is out there, and then Q Crew. And so you guys can look at the chat if you want to. It's not like we're doing a game show. I do need, because there's more people in here, I do need one more person to jump in for the game show for December 8th. I've got Hula Hoop that will be here. And, you know, I think Buckshot is very good at doing this, but I wanted somebody else different. And I've got two different mystery guests. You know, I don't tell anybody who it is until they come in, and I want to surprise the contestants also. So that's why I do it. And let's see here. I'm just trying to see here. I don't tell anybody who it is until you got to mute that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
All right, so let's see here. Yeah, if you, some people are asking about that. So the envisioning was prayers from around the world. Very powerful. I'll tell you, did you hear how choked up Gene was?
Yeah. Powerful. I think it was because it was so powerful. That's why. You know, I think that's where, like, what I want to envision is everyone finding their soul purpose, you know, and I think once we find that, all the other stuff that they were envisioning, I feel like would come to pass with ease, because if everybody finds their sole purpose and is just you know, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of lost where I was going with that, but yeah, it's
Stop looking at the chin, Buck. All right.
I sent him a shot. I sent him a shot of my feet and heels, and it just threw him off.
how about we ask people in the chat what they I want to know what they want to envision.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking the same thing. See,
Yeah.
we're
See?
right in there.
Synchronicity, baby.
Oh my God, you make me laugh. So anybody out there that actually saw the show, you didn't have to see it on Turn the Page. It was on Patriot Underground. It was on Gene Decode. It was on all of the channels that Gene is involved with. I can't think of the name of them. I'm really sorry. I think Tom Numbers had it on there. I saw him in there. Christine Northrup had it. They're the Venus twins. Yeah, they were also in there. I think they were one of the first ones to speak. So it was huge. And
Brad had it on. Who else had it on? Yeah, there was so many. That's why it was so moving to me. I mean, because yeah, everybody has their own prayer and style, but I mean, if you're not open to somebody else's style, I mean, how humble are you really? Or if it's bothering you that much, then maybe that's something you need to work on, I feel. And that's one of the things I learned in recovery, is the fact of everybody has their own path, and that's fine, but you cannot, there's less judgment, I guess you would say, the judgment. So
yeah, it was very long, you guys. It was 3 hours of prayer. I even got up because I have to let my dogs out. I couldn't sit there the whole time, and they know that, and that's why people were going on and off the camera, because that's a long time to sit there. But like you said, I totally agree with you that certain prayers didn't align with me, and other ones really did. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're connected to God, to Jesus, to the Lord, to the Creator, whatever it is. You pray, you're in your own ways. A lot of people will pray, hey, God, it's me down here, that type of thing, to other people just going into more of a religious, oh Lord, blah, blah, blah. But I was paying more attention to the vibration. Every time I heard the words, I was sensing the vibration. There was one point throughout this, and I was tapping into Gene's energy also. He was so choked up by it. And it was so beautiful. Let me tell you, afterwards, at 2:00 in the morning, because I'm waking up constantly and I have my phone in another room, but I can hear it going ding, ding, ding. It's Gene apologizing for if he didn't say goodbye to me or to anybody else. I think this was like a blast that he did, letting everyone know. And I was like, Gene, man, there's no reason to give an apology for this. Was huge. This was covering the whole planet across the world. We had Italy there, we had Germany there, we had the Philippines, Spain. I don't remember all the other countries, but there were a lot of countries that were involved in this, which meant that we raised the vibration of this planet for 3 hours.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know Tiano is in Haiti area, so I mean that's we know is deep state. So I mean like you said, there's so many. It's like that. I think Gene kind of knows what he's doing, right? I mean, if we're all like they talk about, we all got to be we're all in our areas for a reason. The universe put us in all areas to share, to shine our light. And that was what's, one of the fascinating things that I found about it. Cause everybody's going to resonate with someone that, or that they're envisioning prayer that they put in, that they said, that they brought to the table yesterday. So, I mean,
yeah,
nothing can stop what's coming.
I didn't get to see that, so now I'm going to have to look into it.
Joey, come on.
Joey!
Forgot about it.
Come on, man. You never sent me a link or nothing. Am I supposed to know? I'm just an
You
old
were
guy with a
selling,
flip
you were
phone.
selling, you were selling coffee.
What time was it? Was it today or yesterday?
It was 2:00 Eastern, so it was
Today?
11:00 yesterday.
Yesterday. Oh,
No, it was 11:00 your time. It was what?
yeah. I was
Yeah, it was during your shift.
out in the espresso mobile. My bad.
Yeah, you were in your 3D matrix.
Yes, I was.
So this is from my channel. If you guys really want to support me, check out my channel. This is a different version. I guess if you were using like Restream, you were able to show a lot of different people. And then at other times, all that you were doing is I'm going to fast forward this. It's envisioning freedom. And people talked about, well, let me hear it from the guys. Well, Joey doesn't know, but Buckshot, what were they asking for in the prayers that some of them that you may have remembered?
They talked about everybody being free, having clean water, clean food, fresh air, just the whole environment itself cleaning itself up. Med beds. That's why there was so much there that they brought to the table. That's why I feel like if everyone is just humble and and just a good person, all that stuff will just come in general. Because people would do it out of kindness of their heart and they want to help humanity. But yeah, I mean, those are the necessities, right? No homeless. I mean, even like
So the whole basis of envisioning is you see it already happening.
yes,
it's in the certain words you cannot use. In my poem that I had will, W-I-L-L, and then 2 sentences, and they said, can you change it? And I said shall instead, which basically means it's already here, it's already happening. So if it's manifesting. When I learned this very early on from the Native Americans. I love Native Americans, healing, everything about them. I know I have some of that in my blood somewhere, or it was a past life. I don't know. But anyways, what the Native Americans always said, if they were in a drought, they didn't pray for rain. They thanked them for the abundance of the rain that is already there. And that's what the envisioning is. And so, a lot. Mine was about the children. I envision these children being healthy, whole, kind, and so on and so forth. And so that's, mine was, I knew instantly I'm going to talk about the children. Boom. We were asked to do about 2 minutes a piece. Some of them went a little bit longer than that because I didn't realize how many that there were, but it was something for everybody.
Yep. And that's the best part,
So can I ask a question here?
Yeah.
So if all these different people are envisioning all these different things, good intent, what difference does it make? I don't even know what you want to call it, whether it's religion or belief system they have. What's the difference? The intent is good. Everybody wants the same things consciously. So why do we have to have a division even there in something like that? Why can't we just we are one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I say it all the time. We are one. I mean, it's a huge concept for the left brain to figure out. It can't. So we got to have to kind of go internally a little bit, do the right brain thing. And the women got us all over on that thing. I'm jealous of that. But, really? You don't do it the way I did, or you don't use whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. You want to change your word to shall? I agree, because now you just manifested it. Okay, I'm good with that. That's a correction. Okay, no offense taken. Thank you. I appreciate that. With this division with whatever, small piddly stuff, like you said, Buck, when you go through recovery stuff, we've both been through this crap. You got to leave that stuff behind. You can't judge other people. You're just as bad. We're a mess to begin with. We have no right to judge anybody. Our best thinking got us in deep doo-doo.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
So who am I to say, yeah, I don't want, good, whatever. I don't get that.
So we have Coin Chaser 2021 out there, and I want to give a shout out to Coin Chaser. Hey, I love it. She says, "Envision is no more evil, no more greed, and no more division." That was
That's
a big part of everybody's, whether you looked at it that way or not. But anybody that wants to go out there and find envisioning, it's on so many channels out there. And I think Colleen asked me for a copy of it, and they are working on it, editing and making it a little bit better. So Colleen, I'm hoping to be able to get that to you somehow, and even if I have to break it up into 2 parts, Colleen. So not everybody stuck around for the full 3 hours, but they wanted to hear it again, and I've got my version out on my channel here if you guys want to go back and play that over again. But yes, you're right, Joey. It's funny. It's kind of not funny, but we're all saying the same damn thing here. And it's one guy might be talking spiritually through the sports channel. One guy might be talking through the news channel. Someone else is talking with the Akashics or the astrology. We're all saying the same thing. It doesn't matter what medium vehicle that you're trying to get there. We're just all using something that we relate to on a very personal level, and that's all that it is.
I agree. Quick side note, though, real quick. I have to interject this real quick. Coin Chaser, that's a good friend of mine named Jim. He lives here in Arizona as well. And he's the other guy of the 2 guys that were peeking over your shoulder at Anaheim. Me being one of them. Coin Chaser's the other.
Was he with you too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hello, Coin Chaser. Hello. Also too, I want to read some of these things that are out in the chat right now. I know you guys are seeing them there. If you see them and you want to give them a shout out, please do, because we are family and that's what this is all about. I saw something that caught my eye, and Denise Volbrock, I think is how you pronounce it. Attention is everything. Intention. It is time to break the matrix of mind control. Like we say, we are one. Perfect, Joey. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Denise. Love you.
Me too.
We know Buck loves everybody. We know that. I give Buck crap and he still likes me. I don't know what this problem is.
Share the love. But yeah, that was very powerful. And if anybody has an envision right now that you want to put in the chat, please do, because it raises the vibration of this community. We feel the energy because we are all energy. If you guys don't know that, they know it. They've held it from us. They made it sound like it was woo-woo. Now that we know what we know, we are doing everything possible to break the inverted matrix mindset. And like I said, it comes in different vehicles for everybody, and it's all what you relate to. Let's see here. Denise is saying, I love you guys too. My guys, Buck and Joey. So there you guys go. They're sending you the love, you guys.
They always do. Always do. They're what a soul family, patriot soul family we have. It's okay. I've told this. I said to Buck, I don't know, probably 2, 3, I don't know, a month ago. Buck, we are so blessed, considering where we were a year or 2 ago or 3 ago, to be around this many beautiful, wonderful people and the experiences we've had at the Truth Tour and other things. And I've never met Buck in person, but man, we're brothers from day one. I don't, it's just an incredible blessing. And God bless everybody in the chat. We love you all. You guys are awesome. You guys make us joyful. You guys bring us when we're down a little bit. You guys lift us up. It's just awesome. Thank you, everybody out there. You guys are great.
And it's funny too, because I haven't met. I think the only people that I have met was JQ and Jack and at the Truth Tour, and that's what was so great about the Truth Tour. It wasn't, it wasn't so big that you didn't get a chance to actually spend time with them. And that was what's I remember the most is, some people, Jason can, sometimes unfortunately rub people the wrong way, and that's his style. But what a humble person he is.
Yeah.
Black too, and that's who I always resonate with, is the people that have no ego and are so humble. It's funny because
Jason he's got so much passion for what he's doing that a
he's
lot
seen
of
a lot of
times
stuff.
it's almost a frustration that he's trying to break through to either how he's delivering it, and that's how I read him. I love that guy. The first time I saw him, 3-4 years ago on Charlie Ward's show, I just said, "Oh my God, I love beautiful minds. I really do." And he's been doing this for so long, and still going on like it was the first day.
And
God,
even
go ahead.
Like Denise, I saw in the True Tour in I think not Pensacola, near Tampa, and but I never introduced myself, but I mean we hit it off in the chat right away, and even on Telegram. I mean, I never thought 3 years ago that, first off, I'll be on YouTube. I'm more of I'd rather be behind the scenes type of person. I'm more of like the action, like the whole envisioning thing. I haven't really done like the whole like humanitarian project because I want to be able to actually do it and be there with the people, kind of like, when I go into the room, like just be there with people. I want to feel their energy and see the happiness on their face. So yeah, I mean, that's why it's like, even in Telegram, it's like there's so many channels that I follow and people that, I'm going to follow myself with people that are on the same, it's sometimes you paint yourself in that little box, like where you kind of surround yourself with like-minded people. But you also got to expand, and sometimes think outside that box. And that's why I like to get in, personally do it than just, okay, I'm going to say what I'm going to do, and, actions speak louder than words type of deal.
Yeah.
Well, then you get to access other people that, like you said, maybe they're not like-minded, but maybe you could drag them in with a little net. Throw a little seed out there, water it a little bit, and see what happens. Next thing you know, they may join the club too. So.
The first time that I met Jason Q in person, now I've seen him on video like everybody else, was in Vegas. I can't remember which tour it was. It was with Joey.
That was one.
I got there. I was one of the early birds. I got there because I was told different dates, so I didn't realize that everybody stayed on longer after the fact, and I flew back early. And so next time I'll look into it myself than being told the dates. But I got there on that Friday, and the next day, I think it was Saturday, we're in the back. I think it was in a restaurant in the back where that bar was at, Joey G, in the center of the place.
Yeah.
And then there was a restaurant in the back there, and I didn't know that he was there, and he came running up to me and was hugging me, and he gave me the strongest hug. And I was just, I was beside myself. And he was so happy to see everybody. He's completely different when he's surrounded with human beings instead of always talking to a computer, and that's why I said, this guy is even more awesome than I thought he was. So that's when I met him and Trumptastic, and there was a bunch of other people there. And and me and Trumptastic, we paled around most of the time there. Trumptastic took me to the Trump Tower. He was insisting that I go when everybody was taking all these Ubers and driving over. He goes, Janine, you've got to go. It's the Trump Tower. We got to get stuff. And I said, okay, I'll jump in the car with you guys. And off we went. And I'm so glad that I did that. I really am. But anyways, we this whole truther thing, influencer thing, whatever you want to call it, is a beautiful thing for this community that we have all built up. And there's a lot of things that we have learned from each other. And we're still trying to weed through all the information that's out there. But I think we're at the point right now. We're at this point that we see the truth, whether somebody is thinking they're delivering us the truth or not. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree. I get these little hits once in a while, especially when I see synchronicity. I'm like, damn. You know, whether it's in the chat, Buckle put something that I'm just getting ready to type in, you SOB, you. Okay, never mind. You know, or somebody else, you know, out in the street go to say something and it comes out of their mouth. Or I'll get a phone call from somebody and we're talking about, or I get, you know, somebody says something to me that I was just saying to somebody else, whether it was hours ago or yesterday, whatever. It's like the stuff's like bouncing off a mirror and coming back, going, yep, you got it. Yep, you got it.
Yeah. So there's a lot of love in this community. Thank you guys. You know, we all love you guys also back to you. I want to show you something because I'm talk about seeing things more and more. And I want to share this picture with you guys here. And this is part of what Sunflower May has sent me. She put a whole thing together. But if you guys don't watch Fox News, I am seeing her looking more and more like her grandmother. What do you guys think? Do you believe that she is?
I'll go with it. It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. I'll go with it. I'll say, yeah. It's a great looking lady. Whatever. We'll find out.
We will.
I can definitely tell you the smile matches mom. You know, those high cheekbones.
And dad, look at the dad.
You know, the older they get, the more they look like mom. You know, like my little one, she looks like me. Luckily, no, I'm just joking. She's starting to look a lot like moms, which is a good thing. Yeah, I could see it. I'm not gonna say yes. I lean more towards yes than no. Let's just say.
Okay. I just wanted to kind of throw something a little bit different in there. I do want to bring this one. I'm going to stop sharing if I can find where my stop share is at. Hold on a second. I got to raise this window. It kind of went away. What the? Wow.
It's a nice share, though. I like that share.
Yeah, it's stuck. It is stuck. That is wild. I could usually hit stop sharing. It must have went on another screen. So Kearns 11 is out there. Hey, Kearns. I've known Kearns for a few years, popping in and out. He says, yes, I'm open to everyone's view. I asked for discernment, and my intuition is stronger now. And that's pretty much where we're going, is that everybody's intuition is much stronger at this point in time.
Yep, I would agree.
I don't doubt it.
Let's see here. I had a couple of other ones I wanted to go through. I don't want to show all of these here. This is interesting. We've all been through this, but I wanted to show you that the people that look a lot alike. This is a really old one, and I think these shots probably came from. I have no idea where it came from.
You don't have Tupac there.
Let's see what else I got here. Here's some.
Where's Elvis?
Elvis is in the center here.
He's in the building.
Yeah, he's in the building.
Elvis has left the building. I'm talking about the other one with the white hair.
Oh.
Bob? You talking about Bob Joyce?
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. What else we have here? I just wanted to show a few of those things. Let's see here. Joanna is basically making a statement and deeper awakenings for so many. Yeah, I'm not sure. They must have a conversation going on there. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's see here. So Colleen, I love the statement. Colleen says the scam-demic was such a blessing because it brought us all together. Yes, the scam-demic definitely did. And you know what? What I'm seeing that's actually happening out there right now is that they're bringing them all down, you guys. They're not going to get away with much.
Nope.
Keep saying that. I love to hear that. Just keep saying that. I love that.
Cards are full.
Yeah, since we're talking a lot about the Kennedys right now, there's something else that I want to share with you guys. I don't know if you've seen this, but if anybody is interested, if you love the Kennedy family, get out to YouTube, and let me just kind of silence this while this commercial goes through this. And take a look at this interview. It's very powerful because he's actually talking. This is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. talking about the day that his father was killed. He was 14, I believe, at the time. So let me just kind of show this. So everyone is saying this probably isn't going to last long. And let me just skip that. And here it is. Oops, I'm not sharing it. And I just want to play a little bit of it. I know YouTube is probably going to slap me down, so I'm not going to play any of it. Can you guys see this okay? YouTube is doing something really weird.
I'm seeing a mirror inside a mirror inside a mirror.
Yeah, that's YouTube. They have ways of knowing. I just want to show this. I can't get rid of this presentation that's up here. Dang it.
Maybe they want us to read it.
For a change?
Yeah.
Speaking of Kennedys, I don't know if you can see that.
We got a little bit of a little light.
Tilt it to the one side a little bit.
How about that?
There you go. Yep. Junior under the table.
Under the desk.
All right, let me know if you guys can hear this at all. I just want to play a couple seconds of it. And I'm going to turn up my volume because I know when I do this, it's really low in the recordings. There's one question is all that he was asked here.
Running for the presidential nomination with the Democrats. And during this process on June 5th, 1968, he was at the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles. As he was leaving the ballroom, he decided to go through the kitchen. And I guess his bodyguard, FBI agent Bill Barry, told him to avoid the kitchen because it was very crowded. As he was going through, shaking hands with everyone, a 24-year-old Palestinian man named Saran shot him with a .22 caliber revolver. He was hit 3 times. 5 other people were wounded as well. When you found out that your dad had gotten killed, what went through your mind?
Well, I didn't. First of all, I would dispute that description of what happened.
Okay.
I don't believe that Sirhan's bullets ever hit my father.
Okay.
And neither did the coroner, Thomas Noguchi, who is probably the most famous coroner in American history, who did an autopsy that is known as the perfect autopsy. He actually flew in the chief coroners of all the every branch of the military service to sit in the surgery theater to watch what he did because he knew what had happened in Dallas. And he didn't want to repeat. And what he found, Sirhan had 8 shots. He had a .22 revolver, or 8 shots at him. And he fired 2 shots at my father. One of those shots hit, the first shot hit Paul Schrade, who was the UAW, the United Auto Workers deputy chief. There was only 2 unions that supported my father, the United Auto Workers and Cesar Chavez Union. And Paul Schrade had recruited Cesar Chavez to the United Farm Workers, so he was very close to my dad. He got shot in the head. And he was okay. And, he actually died a year and a half ago and spent the last 20 years of his life.
Okay, I don't want to go in through the whole thing, but this is a really cool interview for you guys to learn the truth. That's what we're here to do, is to learn the truth. And what we were told, I'm going to stop sharing this. But before I do that, it's out on YouTube. It's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. names the second shooter who killed his father with Sirhan, and it's a part 7. So if you get out there, it's on DIVLAD site. It's got like over 6 million subscribers to it. And it probably won't last long, or maybe it will, with the truth being out there, but it's on YouTube. So the whole idea of this, when I heard this, I was just like, oh my God, you could tell when he would say my dad, my father, you could tell he was a little bit emotional. Every time we talk about our parents who've passed on, we become emotional. Let me unmute you guys. Sorry. And so I think Buck, I heard you say you saw this right earlier.
The
This
video?
Or no?
No, I haven't watched that video yet about him.
Okay.
So I don't watch too much videos. I spend too much time in usually Telegram. Like I said, with positive affirmations and people in the chats. So I don't watch too many videos. There's certain podcasts I watch, but yeah, unfortunately, no, I didn't watch that yet.
Yeah, I didn't
But I
see
know,
that one
but I
either.
know who did it.
That's kind of strange because Michael Jaco just did one with a second shooter
I saw that. I saw those two videos, part 1 and
on his
2.
brother, the president. That's weird that within a week both pop out.
Well, you know who was involved. You know who was involved.
That's not a coincidence at all. There's something right there.
All I gotta say is,
so yeah, I'm not. So Joey, I want clarity on what you're actually saying, because you're kind of being a little bit evasive, and we don't want to be evasive. Are you saying that this is not true, or it's true, or they're trying to get the truth out?
Oh yeah, no. The original theories are definitely wacky. I'm just saying it. I find it. Here we go. Maybe synchronicity again. That within a week, both of the brothers, all of a sudden, there's some kind of news coming out that maybe it wasn't one shooter. Maybe it was multiple people, at least 2.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No, I think, well, I know the JFK stuff was absolute BS. Just the magic bullet thing alone blows everything out of the water. That the pristine bullet that they found on a gurney that supposedly came out of Connolly's thigh, went through 2 people, 7 different entrances and exits, broke a couple of bones here and there. Really? Not even a scratch on this bullet? Not mushroomed at all? Come on. Yeah, so, yeah. And
yeah,
and Robert, I remember when that happened. I was 12 years old when that happened. And of course, it's on TV, But then when I've seen programs shortly after that, they were talking about there was multiple bullet holes in the walls, and there were too many bullet holes for the amount. He only had 8 shots, and they accounted for, like, I don't know, 12 or 14 holes, whether it's in people or in the walls or the ceiling or something. So, yeah, no, there.
If you guys get a chance, you want to do some research on Robert F. Kennedy Jr., go back and take a look at the videos. When he was probably about 19, 20 years old, they were still doing interviews with him. They're still trying to squeeze the blood out of this kid. And he was not buying into any of it. He knew the truth back then. And there's one interview that I actually I got too emotional with it, because they're saying to him, well, you're going to go to college, right? And he's like, no. He knew it was all BS. And he says, I want to do community. I want to do humanitarian projects. I want to help the people, just like his father. And they kept trying to pull him back, whoever was interviewing him. I was getting really upset. And this interview was very old, by the way. But he was a young kid. He had like a little bit longer hair, kind of, in his face and stuff, how they wore it. Yeah, very early on. And he knew what he was going to do, and he's still doing it to this day. And then I think when he was 44 years old is when he had problems with his throat, and he's had surgery on it a couple of times. But yeah, it is interesting. He's always known the truth. They have all known the truth. And if any of you guys ever listen to Sacred Blue Tent, I think it's called, and they're out on X, they did the whole Jesus strand, and even though they have the Kennedy's last name, take a look to see if they are even related to the Kennedys and why he's so much different from the rest of the family. So I'll leave you guys with that. I had all those women on my show at one time with Bryce Watson's and the Sacred Blue Tent doing the Jesus strands and everything else, and how it all comes together, and how we know what we know today about the so-called Kennedy family. I can't think of what the real last name is right now. Do you guys know? Because Joe Kennedy was like a mobster, the father, and for some reason
Yeah, he was a rum runner.
yeah, he was asked to take care of these two kids because that's what they did is they split up. There were more of these siblings than a lot of people will even imagine, but there's a lot of stuff out there. I probably have some old videos on my channel if I still had it on YouTube, but there are more of what we call the Kennedys, and they split them up and put them in different countries. And if John F. Kennedy Jr. ever had children, some of them were not all raised in the United States.
Nope. Well, look at supposedly Trump. Trump's parents. But there's also one that I've. If you look up, there's one Australian. He's can't remember his name.
Soccer player.
Yeah, soccer or rugby player. Looks. They say he looks like that he's supposedly a Kennedy, and I could see it. I don't have the picture in front of me, but yeah, they do that. Same thing with Melania. We if anybody has done their research, would know where her bloodlines go to, and so yeah, I mean, you got to keep these kids safe. They say what was it? I can't remember. Moses, right? They put Moses in a basket. Was it Moses? I'm not a biblical scholar, so forgive me.
So Sherry Bodal has given us the answer to that question. Thank you, Sherry, so much. And it was the Kulunis. Is that how you pronounce it?
Kuluni? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So we're going to really see what a lot more information that's coming up. I might be a little bit premature on this particular picture that I'm showing here now, but for some reason, all this Kennedy stuff came to me. Joey, you're right. Synchronicities? I don't know, but it just was all coming out of left field today.
It's not a coincidence. It can't be. It can't be.
Nope.
Oh, I saw a rainbow today. You wouldn't believe it. I saw a rainbow today, but it was, I don't remember if I've ever seen one like this. I could see both ends, but the middle was missing.
Yeah, Current 11 is right here. John F. Kennedy and 9/11 are linked deep state bankers. Yeah, just like they're funding the border right now, you guys. It's infiltrated within. It's just blowing my mind. The more that I learn, the more I don't get angry anymore, you guys. I really don't get angry. In the beginning, I went through like a whole mourning process. All this stuff. I was angry. I was mad. I was like, what can I do? What can I do? Now I'm just like, you're going down. You are going down.
Yeah, we have the potential to manifest whatever the heck we want. We are the masters of our own universe, and they are going down. It's just more people, need to look within and be a better person in humanity, and pray, and things will happen.
So here I've got on November 18th. Today is what day today?
The 18th.
November 18th.
Mickey Mouse's birthday.
Or the 5th, whichever way you want to look at it.
True. So let me just kind of read this to you, what it says above here. It says Mickey Mouse's birthday is a debut of the lovable mouse that once was a rabbit called Oswald. His character got started on the films on November 18th, 1928. But before that, the story began in 1927 when Walt Disney first sketched the floppy-haired bunny. And that's our infamous 10 and 2. What does the 10 and 2 mean, you guys?
I still haven't figured that out. I've probably heard it 100 different times, and it's like in one ear and out the other.
Yeah,
it's just so old now.
It is. It is.
I'm looking at different stuff now. The information stuff I don't pound as hard as I used to. I would burn through stuff.
Joey, this came out today on X. They're repeating the information.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, I did like playing kick the can when I was younger, but this kick the can game is getting old, just like me.
Yeah, it is. We've grown up, and we you know, we want a more challenging type of thing, but we have to watch these crybabies come down. Now, there's been a lot of what the hell is this? Let me remove this. Sorry, that thing. Mayday! I don't know what you got going there. I can't even remove it.
She's
So
just proving a point that he did not get 81 million votes.
Really?
So we've got the Bruce Springsteen that we know is, this doesn't even look like the same guy. Cher is out there, Barbara Streisand. They're all saying that they're going to leave. I don't think anyone is stopping them. Somebody please let them know that the borders are open. Bye bye.
I thought they left last time Trump got elected.
Yeah. So basically, what this is telling me is they're running scared because they know the truth. There's another one out there that I want to share with you guys. Have you guys seen this one? I'm going to play it because these guys are really nuts in what they're doing out there. They're crying that, you know. Let's see if I have this here. You know, here's the other ones. You know what? I was really confused about Barbara Streisand because I watched an interview with Roseanne Barr that talked so highly of her. And when she talked about her, my first gut instinct was, isn't she part of the problem? Because she was a Democrat. She was with Obama.
Ugh.
Yeah, all that stuff. And then when Roseanne Barr just did a podcast, you know, she was basically saying that she was a good friend of hers and all this other stuff. So mixed messages is what I was getting.
I'm just
Damn,
glad.
I look better than that in a wig.
Oh, who's that dude?
Yeah.
Good one, Buck.
You know, I'm just glad I had early dinner. Appreciate it.
All right.
Oh, God. That dude looks like a lady, doesn't he, Buck?
I don't think that's scarier than a dude. It looks like an insect or something.
Could be.
Maybe like one of
Could be
those what are they those alien bugs, manatees, whatever.
Manti.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably what that thing is.
Mantis or manti. Yeah.
Yeah. All I know is that's one of the things I envisioned, that we have no fear, because that thing was really scary.
Here's another dude for you guys. And you know what? It took me a long time to digest this one here. But if you ever look at the movies, who is that?
Steven Tyler.
No. This particular picture, they got she with no makeup on, and it's Julia Roberts.
I was gonna say that, but damn.
She with a she.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming out. I don't know if it's true or not, you guys. It's on X, so you know, just use your own discernment. Let's see. I was actually trying to find that guy. He's from, I think, the Boston, New Jersey area that was swearing. He gets really crazy.
Pretty Woman No More.
You know, he's basically he knows that Trump is leading and is going to be, if it is going to be Trump that's in there, you know, there's been a lot of talk that we don't even know who Trump is anymore, but he did a short video. It's all over there. He's swearing, calling him all kinds of names, and he's just losing his mind. They're all losing their mind. They know it's up. The gig is up.
Yeah, the gallows are waiting.
And so now they've got the video out there. I want to show one more, and then if you guys want to talk about something else, we can do that. I wasn't planning on going this way, but I had a bunch of stuff saved out there. So this is 9/11, no airplanes, but watch how this demolition is done. Come on.
Hold it.
Demolition crew, the whole thing just collapsing down on itself for the third time today.
So I remember that video. I remember being and watching that come down the way that it did, and I didn't think twice about explosion. What do you guys think?
Well, I think we were so emotionally involved that day that we weren't paying attention.
Too much.
After the second tower fell, I didn't even witness that because I was too busy trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to get home. So I didn't even actually notice 7 had even fell. But people are still oblivious because I showed my friends the video, which is not one of those videos, a close-up video where you actually see the implosions on that building, and they still like don't believe that it came down naturally. So it's just, I'm not surprised though. They still watch sports, so
Yeah, they say, show me proof. You show it to them, and they go, oh, that's BS.
yeah.
Okay.
Or you could watch the video of the firemen saying we heard implosions, and then the building collapsed. But maybe they must have been hearing things too. Maybe it was the wood from the desk popping.
Yeah. Could have been.
Because jet fuel can melt steel too. Which anybody realize when you put a gas tank outside which has gas in it and it blows up, the fuel evaporates. But I don't know. I'm just a conspiracy theory. Maybe I should turn this hat into. But if it didn't have the beautiful embroidering on it with my own little special name, I put tinfoil on it. But
no, don't do that.
I don't want
that one alone.
It's too valuable to put tinfoil on. It's my only hat I have, though.
See, now we'll have to get one. We'll have to be twins. See.
Yeah, but now my hair's gonna be now my hair is gonna be messed up. That's okay. It's worth it.
Hey, you're lucky you got here.
That's true. Look at Bruce.
Yeah.
I want him to grow his hair again so we can dye it.
I like it better shaved than he had with the red, white, and blue. It was okay when it was puffy, but when he trimmed it down, I didn't care for it a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't think Natalie did either. I think she talked him out of it. Cut that damn stuff off.
So let me just kind of throw this in here. You guys, I'm not sure when you're going to be back or if we'll reschedule something with you again, but we've got a holiday coming up. Is there anything that you want to talk about? I know it's everything has been made up for us for these holidays and whatnot, but it's Thanksgiving. They can't take away how grateful that we are, right?
Nope.
No.
And that's one of the things. I mean, everybody has their own thing, but I like to celebrate Thanksgiving first before my Christmas. I do, don't get me wrong, I love Christmas, but there's something about Thanksgiving and being grateful, and of course the food and the desserts don't help.
Carrot cake, baby.
I'm making it. I was supposed to hang out with some friends this weekend in North Carolina that I met on Telegram. Another family members that I met through Telegram. Never met them before. I was supposed to go there early today, but unfortunately, her husband, one of the ladies I talked to, Karen and Leon, I was going to meet in Concord, North Carolina. Her husband's going through some serious stuff, so if anybody could send prayers to her husband, Stephen. They say he might not make it a few months, so I was planning on making it, but unfortunately, I got the stuff here, so I'm going to be making it for my recovery family. On Tuesday, we're having a luncheon that they're catering, but everybody always dies and asks me, when are you going to make carrot cake? I have the ingredients. I use buttermilk in it. The buttermilk's going to expire, so I got to make it for them. Like I said, if it's going to put a smile on somebody's face, I'm willing to do it. So why not? I'm making it on Tuesday for my recovery family.
X20.
Send me a picture of it before you cut it up too much.
I have a picture somewhere on my phone.
No, I want to see that one.
You want to see that
I
one?
want to see the people at the center enjoying it.
Well, you know, that is a given. But I'm sure I'll find a picture while we're here because I know other people. I don't want to, leave other people out. You gotta, if you're going to mention food, you got to at least show them, right?
No, you're right.
Tell them. You can't just tell them. You got to show them.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I digress, Buck. Go ahead.
I'm making Christmas cookies. It's still warm here. I think we're in the 70s still, and so we're getting ready to unwind our Christmas lights. We're still going to do the traditional things because it's, in my eyes, as much as we know about what Jason has taught us about the Christmas, it's still our tradition. It's what we love to do. They can't take this away. They can't control us. They can't take our memories away. And so, we do what we want to do.
We can take it back and flip the script on them. There you go. Oh, baby. I just gained 14 pounds looking at that. Look at that.
Oh, hold on.
The other side, the other way. There you go. Oh boy.
Each slice weighs about 5 pounds.
I love it.
I am going to do a Thanksgiving special the day before. I'm going to have a co-host. If you guys, gentlemen, want to join me, you're more than welcome. But I know I don't want to take you away from your families.
Where's Lewis?
Yes.
Where is he?
Yeah, he's going to come in. It was too late for him. He's 7 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, that's right.
It would have been midnight. But he thanked me anyways. So I did say, let's do an early. I always do a Thanksgiving show every year. I do it. And I just thought it was really awesome if anybody wants to join in. But, there's a lot of people out there that have their meals and, it's over with. They don't have a lot of family members. We don't have anybody that'll be joining us. So it's the older you get, the smaller the family gets, unless you have little children and grandchildren. Sometimes the families get smaller. And so I like to do the shows and, just see how everybody's doing out there for the holidays.
What kind of cookies are you making?
What kind of what?
Cookies you making?
The round pecan, like they call them Christmas cookies. They're my favorite with powdered sugar and pecans and they are my favorite. When I was a little kid, and this is the reason why I'm still so chubby. My mother was a huge baker, and besides always cooking, lasagna and everything else like that. But that was my favorite one. She couldn't make enough of them. So what she would do is make a bunch of pans, throw them in the freezer so we couldn't eat them, and then save them for us on that actual day. She'd bring them out and thaw them out. Still delicious.
Yeah, the sesame cookies. My favorite, the rainbow cookies for Christmas. The red, white, and green.
Yeah.
Cookies. Oh my gosh.
So I just saw this. I don't know where I saw it on, but they took a sheet of brownies, right? And then they cut them in like little triangles, and then they decorate them like little Christmas trees. I saw them on there. Some were red, some were green, and they put these things. I thought, wow, that's a pretty cool idea. If you like brownies, but all that stuff.
Depends on what kind of brownies.
Yeah, what kind of brownies?
Brown ones, the brown ones.
Yeah, you have to send me the cannoli recipes because I would love to make those. I'm sure that I've got it somewhere.
I can send you the recipe. It's pretty basic. It's pretty simple. I don't use the ricotta though. I use the mascarpone instead because it's smoother.
The what?
I use mascarpone instead of ricotta.
Really?
Okay. Yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
It comes out smoother. It's not as grainy.
Yeah.
Do you when you use? We always drain the ricotta in a cheesecloth overnight. Did you do that?
I don't have to with the mascarpone.
No.
Mascarpone.
It's funny you talk about cannolis. I was just going through some of my pictures of food, And there's my cannoli cream.
Awesome.
But I was trying to find something else that I made that not too many. The pizza rustica.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite pizza rustica. Janine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was reading this chat. Linda wants to know. That's what a lot of people use is the mascarpone. I didn't know that. We always use the regat. That's how I grew up. I can't break the sacred code of our
We
our
were
lasagna.
poor. We had to use regatta. Mascarpone cost more.
Hey,
I'm in the South. It's hard to find that.
yeah.
Hell, you're lucky to find that story you told me about the Italian beef.
Yeah.
You mean that I about peed myself.
Oh, the story about the Italian beef.
Yeah.
Okay, so
hear
I'm in the South here. Okay, and the terminology is a little bit different. I'm in the Gulf Shores area, and we actually found an Italian restaurant which had awesome lasagna, good Italian dishes. And my husband is German, so he doesn't always go for the Italian dishes. He'll go for some of the sandwiches, and he happened to try. Oh, it was called I forgot what I said it was. Shoot.
roast beef.
Italian beef.
It was kind of like along the lines of Italian beef, but they didn't call it that. Okay, and that was part of the mix up that we had. So he said it was really good. And Paul, what was the name of the sandwich? Anyways, and so then a couple of weeks go by, and he says, "Boy, I got a taste for that Italian sandwich, Italian beef. I'm going to go and get it." He runs down to there, and he comes back. He never checks anything when he puts it in there. He asks for 2 Italian beef sandwiches. Well, we don't think anything of it, and so he opens it up, and it was panini with ham. It was an Italian panini. He said the word Italian, and so that's what they thought it was. And I don't care for ham, and so he was really upset. Calls him up, and a lot of the restaurants down here, they don't make it right. If you whatever you say and you order and you pay for it, like back home wherever I'm from, they would make it right and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir," blah blah blah. But this restaurant said, "Come back in, we'll make it right for you," and so that's what it was. And so then he said to them, "Hey, I called it an Italian beef. It was on your menu." And I'm trying to think of the name of the sandwich. It was a hoagie, is what they were calling it. It was a hoagie with Italian beef on it, but he was calling it an Italian beef because it had mozzarella cheese on it.
With roast beef.
And yeah, it was not a roast. They didn't call it a roast beef sandwich. So from now on, I said to him, when we go someplace, we got to look at the menu. Even if you're going to pick up, make sure you're looking at the menu and using their terminology. Just like there's another sandwich down here that I was not familiar with, which they do in the South. It's almost like a French dip. It's in Chicago. It's like a French toast, and they got ham and turkey. And they just make this all together, and it's French toast, and however they serve it. Down here they fry it. They take all of that and they fry it. And I opened it up. I was like, "What the hell is this?" It was a big blob of just fried bread around some meat inside. And I called up, not knowing. I said, "Hey, I think I got the wrong sandwich." And they said, "No, you didn't. This is." So from now on, we're very careful about what we're asking for down here. I miss Chicago's food very, very much so. But we get some flyers from time to time that'll come in with like Illuminati's was a big chain in Chicago. And a flyer came in. My husband brought the mail, and he goes, It's time we order, because they'll deliver to us and they'll ship it out, FedEx, frozen.
They do, yeah. My daughter's living in Chi-Town right now, my eldest. So she gets good stuff. Well, that's her gig. That's her thing.
Yep, we all on our
She's
own
the
journey,
light.
right?
She's the light there, Buck. She's the point of light there.
Good point.
She needs to be there right now.
Yep.
Somebody's got to fill these grids in.
What's that?
Somebody's got to fill the grids in. We need to be in different places.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. It was funny. We're talking about the food. It's like when I lived in California, I called California Pizza Kitchen they had out there.
Yeah.
And I called one day and I was like, "What type of pies you have?"
Oh, Jesus.
And they were like, "Pies?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what type of pies you have?" And they're like, "Hold on a moment." They come back
Blueberry.
like 2-3 minutes later, like, sir, we don't have pies here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What type of pizza do you have?
There you go.
See, it's all in where you come from originally. Yeah, we run into that all the time. And but this place did have cannolis, by the way, Joey, and they were really good. They said, "You want them with chocolate or regular?" I'm like, "Just give me the regular. I don't want to push anything here."
It is good with chocolate, though.
Is it?
Yeah, that's how I
Yeah, if
usually
you get the shells, yeah.
the miniature ones, though. The miniature ones, because you dip them in chocolate, you fill them up, and they're like, a perfect filler. Just enough you could just shove the whole thing in your mouth.
You're killing me, Buck. You're killing me.
So I see Colleen is from the Chicagoland area. And we called it Lou's, right? She says, "Oh, I love the Lou's." So Colleen, I want to ask you a question. Is it deep dish? Excuse me. Is it deep dish or the thin crust? We like the thin crust. I don't know. Maybe it's when we were younger, we always ate the deep. But let me know, Colleen, what you think. And Joey, we've got a couple more minutes left here. What kind of pies do you eat? Is it thin or thick?
Matter of fact, there's a place not very far from here. It takes me maybe 5 minutes to get there. It's called Brooklyn Bees. Came from Sicily to Brooklyn to over here in Arizona, over here down the street. Forget about it. New York style pizza. Mwah. Thin. Awesome.
Nice.
And they make chicken franchise there too, which I can't find out here, which I love.
Yeah, we do the thin crust. We do the thin crust. And, in Chicago, they make squares. They don't do the slices. Everything is cut up.
Sicilian style, the square ones, the big, thick ones.
Yes. And that's the only way, my famous favorite, I should say, is called Little Sicily's. And that's my favorite place, that I went to. I watched this go from like a little hole in the wall where you walked in the door and it was just a window. You ordered your pizza and they give it to you right then and there, or you just order and you pick up there, to a full-size restaurant. That's how fast they grew, because it was really good. I called them up one time. I said, "Do you deliver out of state?" He says, "No, we don't do that." I'm like, "Oh, come on. When are you going to get on board with that?" I'm going through withdrawals.
Come on, man. Call FedEx.
Here's Colleen's answer. She says she likes the hand tossed or thin. Deep dish sits in your gut. All that cheese.
That's a pie.
I'm a thin pizza myself, but there is one pizza that I cannot deny is the best pizza that I have ever eaten, and everybody I've taken there says the same thing. It's in Brooklyn, and
Where else?
Yeah, it's up the block from my mom, where my mom grew. It's called L&B Spumoni Gardens. You talk about pizza that is heaven. That is, it's the Sicilian, but they put the sauce on the bottom, the cheese on the bottom, and then the sauce is on top. But it's so light and fluffy that you can pound down easily they're so good, and 4 slices easily.
Mm-hmm.
And it is practically, it was, I don't know if it still is. I heard it kind of, they, like everything else, the owners sell, and either the kids don't want to do it. But I mean, I used to drive from Staten Island to Brooklyn, pay the toll, which, that's how good the pizza was. And
wow.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's just, orgasm in a box.
That doesn't sound right, Buck.
Daniel,
sorry. That's how good
Daniel,
No, but I'm good with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a sick bastard, so.
Daniel Benson wants to know if is Selena one of them that's still alive? I have no idea. Is that the tennis player? It's a man, right?
No, the singer,
The
Selena.
singer.
Oh, all All right. I'm going to cut over to one of my affiliates here just for a minute and just let you guys know since we're talking pizza, we got to get healthy here, you guys. Field of Greens, and basically Field of Greens is it's a superfood. It's not a supplement or anything like that. I just started taking this, and I want to share it with everybody. It's on my website. If you go to my website, it's actually under shop, and it's called Brick House, and there's big discounts out there for that. So if you guys are if you're into the health and feeling much better, it's 6 servings of fruits and 6 servings of vegetables, and it tastes really good too. You just put it in a shaker, shake it up with 8 ounces of water, and you drink it, and you're on your way, and you got what you need to get for the day. And so I'm actually doing this for 30 days. I'm going to come back and tell you guys how well and how much better that I feel on it. And if anybody else wants to take me up on a challenge, you can. Just go to my website, you type this in, and you type in VIP, and I think you get up to 30% off on this. You can do it, you can do double packs or single packs, whatever it might be. But, I have already got people that are actually ordering this from me, and thank you. And I can't wait to hear from them and how they're doing. All right. Let's see what else we have on here. Let's see.
Joey Kearns is. I know you're not on YouTube, but Kearns is asking. He's in Arizona. He's in Glendale. He's asking where's good pizza in Glendale.
Oh shoot, that's way the hell on the other side of town. I mean, that's
okay.
I'm on the east side.
My mom
He's way
owned
the
a
hell
house
on the
in
west side.
Glendale.
That's almost an hour drive from where I'm at. I don't know, but I'll try to find out.
Yeah, can I tell you a little story about Glendale? My mother was in real estate back in the 70s, and she sold so much. And one of the gifts that they had gotten her, or whatever it was, is that she was going to get a huge discount on purchasing land out in the Glendale, Arizona. And there was no roads out there at the time, so I'm really showing her age. They took her up in a helicopter, and they had cones down on the ground and said, "These are the houses that are available." That's how she picked out her home. And then when they got the roads in, she went down there later on, but. I went back there about 5 years ago. I didn't even recognize Glendale. What do they got? 2 sports arenas now? They got the Cubs. They got the Cubs and the Sox, and I don't know what else they got out there. It's huge.
They got the football stadium there that they built, and then they have an indoor complex for you name it. They can do, monster trucks in there and stuff. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the Siggy pizza. That's it right there. Yeah, you're right, Buck. That stuff is light. It's not like Chicago pie that you have one piece and it's like, oh my God, I gotta ask.
It's the only pizza that you can actually sit there and eat with a fork and a knife. That's how that's how good it is. Yeah.
All right, but back to Glendale. Yeah, that place has exploded. That's like everywhere out here. Has so many people from California moved here in the past. Well, I've been here since. When did I get here? 92. So like 4 years ago. Time and I aren't getting along very well lately.
It's going by too quick. All right, so we're an hour and a half into this. Want to wrap it up? Anything you guys want to say to wish everybody? If I don't have you back before Thanksgiving, what are your words of wisdom?
Buckshot has the words of wisdom. I'm just an old guy with heels and a flip phone. I love you all. I love you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming and supporting Janine and watching her programs. And as always, I'm grateful, Janine. Thank you very much for having me on with Buck. I just love hanging out with you guys. All you other people out there in the chat, God bless you. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. And be happy because the good stuff's coming.
I just want, there's a final comment that I agree with Windsor Patriot. Says, pizza isn't meant to be eaten with a fork and a knife. LOL. Pizza pie is made to be eaten, with what? Pizza pie is made to be eaten with a fork and a knife. You eat it any way you can.
I just tipped the box over.
But yeah, you got to fold. If it's thin, you got to fold it.
Oh, yeah. Do you do the funnel or do you do the fold end to end?
The
You
funnel.
do the funnel.
No,
You know,
I do.
side to
I
side
do
fold?
the fold end to end.
Yeah.
Fold end to end.
Funnel side to
fold
side,
end to
so
end
it's
and then
long.
shove.
Yeah, you don't take the pointy end and put it on the crust, right?
No.
No.
Who does?
No.
Who
Okay,
does
good.
that?
Good.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Schumann resonance. Buck, what did you do?
I manifested Mother Earth raising her vibration to raise everyone's frequency to get out of this 3D matrix.
It worked, brother. Keep doing it.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Look at it's 1900, so this is happening right now, you guys. It's where we go one, we go all. Our energy is love and light, and we know we've already won this, and we're just waiting for the dominoes to fall, right?
Yeah.
That's right. That's
Okay.
why we all should be grateful.
Yeah, definitely. I am grateful all the time now. You know, sometimes I get into these ruts for stupid reasons. You know, my ego gets in the way. I miss family is what it is. And I'm at that age. I remember when my mother lost all of her family, her aunts and uncles and everything like that. And I'm kind of going through that too. It's just that I have lost, but I moved away from them. And then, I'm tough on myself. Like, why did I do this? I miss my family. It's coming up to the holidays. A lot of people are going to start feeling lonely. And that's why I do these shows at the holidays to bring everybody together. Even if I'm just talking for about an hour, just small chit chat. It doesn't have to be political. It could be spiritual. It could be whatever the hell it is, like tonight was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's good to sometimes get away from the whole political and what's going to happen next. Live in the moment. I think if more people lived in the moment, there'd be a lot less stress on themselves, and block out all that negativity that's out there, because there's plenty of it on Telegram.
Whoa, is there ever? I jumped off a Telegram a long time ago, and I think I saw somebody out here saying that there's a lot of truth that's coming out on Telegram, and I'm just saying, please be careful out there, because the people that I do know that follow it, when they say things to me, it's almost like when I was trying to tell people not to get the shots, when what they're saying to me is I'm feeling like this is not aligned with me. I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe it's hopeful thinking, helpful, wishful. I have no idea. I don't have time to go into discernment on everything that's actually happening out there that's coming from Telegram. I'm in my own little world of just knowing that God won.
Yep. And he's just using us as his soldiers, and I'm ready for battle.
Yeah. So somebody here is saying, you're right, Buck. Thank you. Thank everybody here. And thank you, Joey. Yeah, thank you, Joey. Thank you, Buck. It's always a pleasure to have you guys on here. Maybe we'll do more Saturday Night Lives with you guys. As this is a good time for them to come on. And next time, you guys want to bring some material with you, or just sit down and just talk with everyone, that's great too, because we do love both of you, and you're a lot of fun.
I love it too, and you keep me from going to the gym, so I love that very much.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can get up and go get yourself a pizza pie.
Oh, baby.
I actually I already ate early dinner, but I did feel myself. I had Indian food today because my daughter, it was the funniest thing. 2 years old, she loved Indian food ever since then. I have a video of her eating Indian food at 2. And
Wow.
she just loved it, and to this day she still loves it. So that was my meal today. Pricey, but hey, sometimes you gotta indulge every once in a while, right?
Yeah, it is. Everything is very pricey. Those sandwiches I was talking about was $40 for 2 sandwiches down here, because I'm in a resort. It's Gulf Shores, it's the ocean, it's a bunch of hoopla. Well, when you live here, you have to pay for that hoopla too. And
they outprice the locals all the time.
Yeah, everything is
$40, $40 for 2 panini.
Well, wait a second. Paul did tell me he sat at the bar for 1 drink, so let's just say it was $30.
Okay.
Yeah, I found out that afterwards, because I saw the receipt. I'm like, are you crazy?
He was thirsty.
Yes, dear. Of course I am.
He was. You get thirsty over there, and then where you are in the South.
Yeah, definitely. It's called Gelato Joe's. It's a family-owned business, and it's real good Italian food. My favorite place. It's almost like being in Chicago. Not quite, but the only thing I miss about Chicago is the food. You guys, isn't that weird?
Same thing. People always ask me.
No, no,
People
not
ask,
at all.
I just miss the pizza. Well, I do miss the options of being able to get whatever I wanted at any given time. Different. I prefer the. That's why one
Yeah.
of the things I can't wait to. I'm envisioning hovercrafts or the possibility. I'm going. Okay, 3D matrix envisioning hovercrafts to take us. Maybe not out of the possibility of the realm of being able to fly there, because I prefer to just spread my wings and go, that's just but yeah, being able to just at that split of the moment be like, I want that type of food. I want Mediterranean. Let me just 10 minutes you're in Greece or Italy. I'm down for that.
I'm good with that, Buck. I'm going with you. Screw that.
Yeah, me too. You got to stop and pick us up. You got to put on the Waze map and say, okay, Janine's here, Joey's over here.
Well, that's what,
Yeah.
that's what we could all do that with the hovercrafts. I'll be down. I could pick. We could pick you up. I could pick you up in Florida. You're not too far, and then we could scoot over to Joey. And then, if we want, we can go over to Australia since Joey's that way, and we can just keep going and be there in a couple of hours.
Well, you can get real Mexican food. That's not far from here either.
No.
And Linda's talking about Mediterranean food. I love Mediterranean food. I was probably like your daughter at 2 the first time I had that. It was outside of, because all we grew up with was pasta. And I thought that everybody ate that. And then when I got older as an adult, I discovered, oh my God, I love this fresh food. It was delicious, and being married to a German, he didn't really care a lot for the pasta. So I cooked the meat and potatoes. But now I'm like, I need to have variety, just like you're talking about, Buck. We need that variety. Chicago is very many nationalities there. The stores will stock every nationality of food. And when I went to Arkansas, oh my God, there was nothing but tacos. That was it. That's why I told my husband, we've got to move. I did 6 years there, and I'm like, I'm done.
Hey, y'all got tomato sauce? Yeah, the ketchup's right over there.
Yeah, you want regatta? You use a cottage cheese instead.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Good Lord.
Yeah, regatta.
I do miss the delis, though. I miss the Italian delis. Yeah. There are some here, but it cost me more in gas than it's worth to go get the stuff.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we're going to see all that change around. So everybody hang in there, hang on to your money. And I know a lot of people are pushing the gold and the silver. And I've been talking to people, a lot of people are saying, I don't know what to do. You do whatever you think is best in your heart. And that's all that we could do and hope and pray for. Just do what is best for you and your family, and it'll all work out. I firmly believe that. I don't believe all there might be some casualties of this spiritual war, but I think everyone here is safe. I truly believe that. Thank you for joining us tonight, you guys. I love both of you, and come back real soon now.
Love you too.
Goodbye, everyone. And now we turn the page. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, guys.